We eat a lot of rice, so we get a lot of this, which is the water that we've rinsed the rice with, and I've added some sugar to it. It's fermented a little bit. I made a video about this a while ago and it's been very successful. Thank you to everyone that's watched that, but it's a bit of a problem that I've come across is that we've got so much. We eat so much rice and we end up with so much water from washing the rice that I don't know what to do with it, because we can only add it to the plants a certain number of times a month, or probably once a month. So, as we're creatures of habit, we'll walk outside the kitchen door and pour the rice wash water on whatever's closest, but this is not always going to do it the best, because there's a lot of starch in here. Even though it started to ferment and it started to change, if we add too much of this to our soil, it's going to suffocate the soil. It's going to build a film up on the top of the soil, like a glaze or a film on the soil, and it's going to make the top of the soil hard. So adding it to pot plants or adding it to plants in the ground, it can be detrimental, and it will also starve the microbes of getting more light and more moisture and more air if there's a hard crust. I did some research and I've come up with a solution as to how we can make the best use of our rice wash water. Let me show you how. There's no problem adding this to your garden or to your pot plants directly, so long as you don't do it too often. But if you've got too much rice water like us, the best thing to do is add it to your compost. It loves the starch, especially if you're using photosynthetic bacteria, as we do. They work together to really feed the thermophilic bacteria, the bacteria that create the heat and generate all the goodness. So instead of spending the rice wash water directly on the plants, you can put it in the compost and invest it. Sure, it's going to take a little bit more time to return on your investment to give you some interest, but when it does, your garden's going to love it even more, because it's going to have broken down those starches into a form that the plants can take it up more readily and more quickly and more beneficially. So rather than rice wash water just being a quick hack that can use quickly something rather than throwing it away to feed the soil so the soil can feed us, by putting it into the compost, it takes a little bit longer, but the return on this investment to you will be much more beneficial. Your plants will love it because it's already broken down into a form that they can more readily take up and make good use of to grow and grow and grow. And you can add it directly as it is once it's fermented a little bit. It's no problem at all. But I've discovered that you can make a cocktail. You can add a few more things to this mixture that make it even more beneficial and a greater investment into your garden. And I'll share that in the next video in this series. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy watching this one next. And thanks for watching this one all the way through.